Yes, Benin City, Edo State is agog with the first phase of the Ardova Handball League. So much is happening in the Handball Federation in Nigeria with several international outings for the various national teams. The president of the Nigeria Handball Federation will be joining us shortly live from Benin as we speak. But first, we want to look at what has the Federation done differently. There seems to be plenty of light around the Federation at this time. George, so much has been talked about since Sam Ocheho took the saddle of handball in the country. There seems to be plenty of followership, and at this time, they're beginning to attract brands.
Sam reminds me of what the late Aderioku did with volleyball. You know, when Aderioku was in charge of volleyball, but he so rest in peace, it was competing with football at some point. And Sam has actually galvanized handball. So many activities. They just returned from an international assignment. And beyond that, the league is on. One was held in Owerri. The National Division 1 and 2 league took place at the Grasshoppers Stadium in Owerri. And from Owerri now, just last month, they are in Benin for another tournament. And they have sponsors. So that shows you that leadership of a federation has a lot to do with how that federation is performing. The guy has actually done very well, and I hope that Nigeria handball will continue to flourish the way it is going.
Absolutely.
And Matthew, I know Tony will not be talking because Grasshoppers of Imo State are flying. They are the champions of Nigeria.
Absolutely. Tony, please hold your thoughts. Before we talked about
where is Abia handball?
Absolutely. Before we talk about the Grasshoppers, let's now take you live to Benin, where President Nigeria Handball Federation Sam Ocheho is live with us on the show. A pleasure having you on Sportsville this afternoon.
Thank you very much, Matthew. I really appreciate being here.
Absolutely. Edo State is agog for the first phase of the Ardova Handball League. Talk to us about the readiness of the host state and what the Federation has done differently this time.
Everywhere is agog. Every team is going through its final preparations, and I think Benin itself is ready. There's so much to be happy about. There's so much to smile about. I would just say it's the grace of God that is sufficient for us. We clearly not the brightest of all, but it's been the help of God that we've been able to get the kind of sponsorship we've gotten over the last few years. Prudent Energy, as you know, is involved in the league for 5 years, which expired last year. And this year, it is Ardova, that Ardova PLC is now taking over the league. So we've been lucky, we've been blessed, and Ardova is the new face of handball in Nigeria. The new name of the league, or the Premier League, is Ardova Handball Premier League.
Obviously, the North Africans are the powerhouse when it comes to handball in the continent. What must we do to get to that level, take our game up, and begin to rank as one of the best in Africa?
Look, we all know what we need to do. We need to improve our league more than what it is today. We need to do campaign for our players. We need to create developmental game across the 6 geopolitical zones in the country. We need to keep doing under-age championship, and we need to train our technical people, send our coaches abroad, let them get technical training with the best of the best in the world. We also need to get our referee to the very top so that they are able to impact the rules of the game on our players. I mean, funding is just the major bane of everything. So without funding, we'll not be able to carry out all these lofty dreams we have. If the right funding is there, we'll be able to camp our players all through the year. We'll be able to send our players to do attachment, even with some youth teams across the world. And by doing that, we'll be able to develop our team seriously.
Lastly, before we let you go, is the month of July. Talk to us. What are your plans beyond what is going on in Edo State at this time? Are there other major events your federation is looking forward to?
Well, locally, we're still, apart from the Premier League, as soon as the first phase of Prudent Energy ends in Benin, the Division 1 league, which is the second tier league, commences the same July, just 2 weeks gap, in Benin also. And we're also looking at how best we can host our under-18 and under-21 championship in the second half of the year. Internationally, the under 18 girls that went to Ghana to pick a ticket for the continent will come back to camp immediately after the league. And in August, they'll be going for the IHF trophy in Abidjan. And there's also the Youth African Cup of Nations that they have to attend also in August. We're also going to start preparing for the Senior Men's Nations Cup. That will be first thing in 2024. So this conflict of the league also comes towards the end of the year. So there's so much to prepare for. It's going to be a busy second half of the year.
Thanks for your time on the show, President, Nigeria Handball Federation, Sam Ocheho.
Thank you, Matthew, and I appreciate Channels TV, especially Sports Bay Communication, for all they're doing for the development of handball in Nigeria. I would just implore you guys to keep supporting us. We count on your support.
Absolutely. The guy is doing well. If you are doing very well, Sportsville definitely will say it the way it is. We are doing a breather at this time, and when we return, Tony Ubani will be telling us why the Nigeria Football Federation is still to look into the board of the Nigeria Football League. Stay with us.